Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear
Madam.
me?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
we can hear you now.
Who can hear you? Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Afternoon, madam.
Yeah, fine.
Good. Is that Gabriel?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you visit the LMS to do your work? The work I uploaded there?
Work.
Yes. Hello. That's
Hello.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right. We'll talk about that later. That's okay. What are we supposed to discuss today? I want to know if you familiarize yourself with your course outline and the models. What are we to discuss according to our course outline and the models? Gabriel. Gabriel.
Hello.
Yes, what are we to discuss
Network.
today? What are we supposed to discuss this week, today?
Punctuation as mechanism of writing.
Good,
That's what you asked here.
good. Okay, fine. Abraham. Abraham,
Yes, Miss Budu.
are you aware of the topic for today?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Take a moment to reflect on a text without punctuation marks. I want you to reflect. Take a moment and reflect. Assuming you have written a page and that text has no punctuation marks. How will that text look like? Have a mental picture. Take time to reflect. You have written one-page essay without punctuation. What will happen to the text? How will readers feel? And what are these punctuation marks at all? What is the relevance of a punctuation mark? Is it appropriate to apply them, especially in written discourse? These are questions that I want you to reflect. And by the end of the period, you will appreciate the use of punctuation marks. If I'm talking about usage, appropriate use of punctuation marks in text, in written discourse. What do you see in your reflection? A whole page, a text, a complete text without punctuation marks. What will happen to that text? Yes, what will happen to that text?
It will be
Who is
difficult.
speaking?
Sorry, Gabriel.
Gabriel, okay, go ahead.
It will be difficult for you to read, and it will not have any meaning.
Why will it be difficult for me to read it, and why will it not have any meaning? So if you know that, hold on, if you know that it will be difficult for the reader to read and understand it, and then that text will also have no meaning, then you see the relevance of punctuation marks in written discourse, especially, Gabriel.
Yes.
And you see why you have to take your time and apply them in your text to make meaning, so that I won't find it difficult to read your text, so that you won't make me confused. Because if you make me confused, you create troubles. I wouldn't understand it. And if I don't understand it, it will affect you. And finally, it will affect your scores. So tell me why. Explain your answers.
Okay, the tone of it will change. Like, let's say let me give an example. Let's say I'm telling my sister, let's go and eat diner. So let's eat, diner. So example, if I remove the comma, it will be let's eat diner, which will sound like we are going to eat diner. So it wouldn't, the tone, the sound of it, see, when you are reading something with the punctuation marks, it gives you this tone emotions. So without that, it's just going to be something straight, reading with no meaning, and that's how I understand it.
Yes,
Like,
the example you gave using diner. Yes, without that, it will mean differently.
exactly.
It will change the meaning. So you see the relevance of punctuation marks and discourse. Appropriate use. You're talking about appropriate use of punctuation marks, because you can bring the comma at any at a different point in the text, but our emphasis is on placing it appropriately in the text so that it will make a meaning to readers. Okay. Any other? Thank you, Gabriel. Take note that when we come to class and you contribute, I score you because it is part of the activities on the course outline. Your contributions are necessary. Okay. And this class too is a small class. So take note and be active. And you cannot contribute where you don't even have an idea of what we're going to discuss today. Meanwhile, you have the course outline and you have your models. So you are running late. All right. Bernard. Hello, Bernard.
Yes, madam.
Yes. What do you have to say? Imagine a text, a full essay without a complete essay, without punctuation marks. What will happen? How will the reader understand the text? What will happen to readers? Are they going to understand it? Tell us. Your answers will make you pay attention to punctuation marks, especially in written text. Tell us your experience. I ask you to reflect.
Please, ma, I think that one, it will be difficult for someone to understand the sentence because of
Why?
assuming you are asking someone question and you just go directly without any without stopping, like
You are asking a question and go directly
yeah.
without stopping. What do you mean by that?
Please,
You are asking a question and you go directly without stopping. If it's a question, what do you have to do? Let us understand you better.
oh, okay, ma'am. Like
Bernard,
I'm coming on.
Dixon.
Thank you, madam. Okay, so to my understanding, a test without punctuation marks would convey no meaning to the reader, and it will be like you speaking to the wind. Obviously, you may hear some sound, but to get the real meaning or to get meaning to whatever is being heard or being read, you won't because of lack of punctuations. And when it happens like that, it makes communication very difficult to understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Is that Fidaus? Have I pronounced it well?
Yes, madam.
Go ahead.
Madam, please, I think if the text does not contain punctuation marks, it makes the reader not to enjoy reading the text. It being that we use punctuation mark to clarify meaning of a text, and it makes written message readable. So without punctuation marks, it makes it difficult to understand or to enjoy the reading. Thank you, madam.
Okay, so for example, if you have two sentences without the end mark, either a full stop or a question mark, depending on the type of question, the type of sentence. So without a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark, what happens? What will happen to that, those sentences? You have two sentences, and the two sentences have no end mark. There is no sentence boundary. There is no end mark to indicate that this is the end of the first sentence and this is the beginning or the end of the second sentence. What happens or what will happen? Jonathan.
Okay, good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Okay, so when there is no punctuation, it means that the message will be read across, like, and the two sentences will be combined, and it will carry a very different meaning. Like, for instance, let's say when two sentences like this, let's say this sentence like, when are you coming home? Or let's say, when are you coming here? When are you coming here? And then another sentence too reads like, to those of you in school, you are intelligent. But if these two sentences are not punctuated, it will definitely read as, when are you coming here to those of you in school, you are intelligent, which means that there is no the actual understanding which was being carried by the writer is not transferred to the one who's supposed to read the message. Thank you very much, madam.
So what has happened to the first sentence in relation to the second sentence without the end mark?
Okay, so it has joined the two sentences together to have a very different meaning from.
So the first sentence has fused itself into the second sentence.
Yes, madam.
Yes, so it's an error that the writer creates anytime he does that.
Yes, madam.
The first sentence without the end mark or the sentence boundary, the first sentence fuses into the second sentence. Yes, or it runs into the second sentence. And that is an error called run-on sentences. Run-on sentences. Run-on sentences. Are you listening to me?
Yes, madam.
Run-on sentences. So in this case, sentence 1 fuses into sentence 2. So we have fuse sentence, fuse sentence, fused sentence, yes. And there are occasions that writers will also not end the sentence with the appropriate punctuation. For example, they will not end it with a question mark.
Exclamation mark, question mark.
They will not end it with a full stop. They will not end it with an exclamation mark. Instead, they use comma. They use comma. And then begin the other sentence. That one too is an error, because the appropriate punctuation wasn't applied by the writer or by the student. So that one creates an error called comma splices. Comma,
Wow.
comma. Take note. Comma splices. We are learning. Take note. Comma splices. So instead of the full stop or the exclamation or the question mark, which should end the sentence, the student ends the sentence with a comma, which is inappropriate. So he creates an error called comma splices. So we have comma splices, and then we have few sentences. And they all fall under the bigger umbrella term as run-on sentences. Fine. Yes, that's good. And everybody has said something meaningful. Rebecca.
Sorry, madam.
Yes,
Hello,
madam.
madam.
Who is speaking?
Sorry, Gabriel. Others are saying they can't join unless the co-host or the host allow them. So if Abraham can do that.
Fine.
Abraham.
Yeah, let me talk to Mr. Alves to work on it.
No, you are a co-host, so you can do that. You can allow them in.
Oh, okay.
All right,
All
thank you,
right.
madam.
Okay, yes, madam. Good evening.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Yes, madam. So please, in regards to what you were asking, like without the punctuation, the reader would have to struggle to understand the flow and meaning of the text. So like it would be like reading one confusing sentence.
Okay. So all the ways are very important. And I wanted to introduce the lesson by allowing you to reflect on the text. Rebecca, put your hand down unless you have anything to add. I wanted you to reflect on a text without punctuation, or if there are punctuation marks too and they are inappropriately fixed, how that text looks like or will look like. And per the answers or your contributions to the question, it tells you the relevance of appropriate punctuation marks in text or written discourse. So I always say that it is not just saying or writing notes. No, it is not just saying these things to me. But the beauty is to apply them. So if you write, make sure that you have your punctuation marks correctly fixed in the text to make meaning and not to confuse readers. That's the essence of learning. Without that, I will always say that then it is not necessary to even log in, or it is not necessary to find these topics on our course outline. But if you fail to punctuate well, two examples I shared with you, that you create run-ons in sentences, either few sentences or comma splices. And these are issues. And these are things that we find in students' texts. And I don't want you to write with these issues popping up in your text, especially after you've been introduced to this topic and the relevance of discussing this topic. So we are going to explain the concept of punctuation as mechanics of writing. And the second one, the use of punctuation marks, appropriate use of punctuation marks in written discourse. And then the relevance through the introduction, some students have been able to tell us the relevance of punctuation in writing. We have a number of punctuation marks. We have a number of them, and we cannot use this period to talk about all of them. And we have some punctuation marks that we frequently use them. For example, the full stop. Another example is the comma. The exclamation marks, you hardly find them in formal texts, usually in informal texts. Question marks we do. The apostrophes we do. The inverted commas we do. One thing I want to say about the inverted commas is that if you use a single one to open it, make sure that you use a single one to close it. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Good.
madam.
Good. If you
Yes.
use a single one to open it, you have to use a single one to close it. I'm talking about consistency in usage. If you want to use double, as you see in the slides, you use double to open your statement and you use double to close your statement. And make sure that the end mark, if it's a full stop sentence, or if it's a question mark sentence, or if it's an exclamation mark sentence, let the full stop or the question mark or the exclamation find itself within the closing inverted commas. The full stop shouldn't be outside. Do you understand me?
Yes, madam.
Yes. The full stop shouldn't be outside the closing inverted commas. It should be inside. If you bring it outside the closing, the inverted commas that close your sentence, you get it wrong. So take notes of the conventions and read more and apply them. The colon, we use it, the semicolon, we use it, especially in compound sentences. The ellipsis, the three dots, the ellipsis. When do we use the ellipsis? What's the relevance of the ellipsis? If you know that we're going to talk about punctuation marks, at least you might have read about a few of these marks. What's the use of ellipsis? Yes, Festus.
Okay, madam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. When I call you, go ahead. Don't greet again.
All right, thank you. Please, you use it when there's a continuation of a sentence. Thank you.
Say it again.
Please, we use it when there's a continuation of a sentence.
Okay. So give an example.
Okay, so for example, when you are listing, for example, okay, I want to say that Kofi, Ama, Ajwa, and others went to the pool yesterday. But I realized that I don't want to probably be mentioning all the names alongside. So I can say Kofi, Ama, Ajwa, that went to the pool yesterday.
So what have you elected here?
The list of names, madam.
Okay, by doing that, by omitting the other list of names, does it make the sentence understandable? Does it make the contents understandable to your readers? Or because of the omitted names, readers wouldn't understand the sentence?
I think that when you do that, you leave the reader in suspense, probably hoping that there's a continuation of something or of the sentence, but probably not mentioned.
Does it affect meaning?
Yes, it does.
Mm.
To my understanding.
Jonathan, does it affect meaning? When
Yes,
you use
madam.
ellipsis in context?
When you use ellipsis in a sentence, definitely it would not it will affect the meaning, because like you are put, or the reader is put in a suspense to now keep thinking about what actually the person is trying to mean. For instance, let's say when I come and then I come to tell you, you what you did, and I just keep quiet. Or let's say what you did, what I will do to you, and then let's say I wait. Meaning that now I'm now putting your brain into a certain kind of a state of suspense. You are now suspecting something, like many things at a go. So meaning that a direct meaning into what the message that I give you is not actually what reached.
Okay,
You,
look for the function of ellipsis in sentences. Check and tell me what the information you have there. The function.
Yes,
Hurry up, everybody. Check. The function of ellipsis in text or sentences.
Okay, hello, madam. Okay, the first one says,
who is speaking?
Asan Jonathan, madam.
Go ahead.
Okay, so one, to show omitted words in quotes, use when you remove part of a sentence but keep the meaning.
But what?
But keep the meaning.
You keep the meaning. So the fact that some words or portion of the sentence is omitted, is not seen in context, it doesn't affect meaning. Read what you read again.
Okay, so it says to show omitted words, use when you remove part of a sentence but keep the meaning.
You keep the meaning. What's the meaning of keeping the meaning? Meaning is maintained. So it doesn't influence meaning. That's what I want you to take note. Because earlier you said that it affects meaning, isn't it?
Yes, madam.
It doesn't. It keeps the meaning.
Okay.
Meaning is maintained in context.
Okay, so madam, and then there are other points to that same what do you call it? The electricity. The second says to show a pause or hesitation, common in informal writing or dialogue. And then the three says, okay, I go over. To show a pause or hesitation, common in informal writing or dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah. The three says to show an unfinished thought when a sentence trials.
To show an unfinished text, right?
Trails of. And the fourth says
Yes.
to create suspense or tension. Yeah, to show an unfinished thought. When a sentence trails off. And then the fourth
Yes.
one says
It tells
to
you
create
that, hold on.
Yes, madam.
The ellipsis there tells you that the business is unfinished, the content is unfinished. But what I want to emphasize is the fact that it doesn't affect meaning. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
It doesn't affect meaning. That's okay.
Yes, madam.
That's okay.
Okay.
And then the hyphen, to reuse it, and the brackets or the parentheses, to reuse it. Usually with the brackets or the parentheses, I always say that if you want to put maybe a word or something in brackets, make sure that earlier, before that, you have explained the full meaning to your readers. So, for example, basic certificates, basic education certificate exam, BEC, right? Is that
Yes,
it?
madam.
Basic
Yes.
education certificate examination. Into brackets BEC. Into brackets BEC. So that subsequently, if we find the BEC, we know the meaning because you earlier explained the meaning. Sometimes what writers do is they assume that you should know the meaning. The meaning, it could mean different to some people, especially people who do not connect what they are reading, or yes, who do not relate what they are reading to the item in the bracket. The context should let you know that, oh, it is talking about exam. Therefore, certainly it is basic education certificate examination. But you don't assume, never assume that your readers know. Make it simple for your readers. So write the full meaning before you put the abbreviated form or the acronym into brackets or parentheses. Am I making sense here?
Yes,
Yes, madam.
Yes. Yes. And capital letter too. It's important. When to use them. We know these things are not new. Having traveled through primary, JSS, secondary, other institutions and colleges to here, we know. But my observation is that we take them for granted. We forget about their value and their significance in the text. We forget about them. We don't place value on them. We easily forget and we think we can write anyhow. You can't. You can't. You can't write meaningfully without applying them well. So please take notes. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
take notes. Take notes. Because sometimes if students write or writers produce text and you try to find the errors that writers or students make, so that through that you will use that or those findings to enhance the way they write, making it better. When you check frequencies, you will see that if the rate at which these errors occur in students' text are alarming. That is why we keep talking and touching on things like this, on topics like this. Students have previous knowledge on this topic because maybe to them it's about the notes they write and the fact that we have learned it. You have learned it, yes, it's good. But how well did you first understand it, and how well are you applying it to make sense and to enhance your text? In terms of quality, producing quality as a quality text. That is what we need, especially at your level as higher education students. It is very important. The frequencies of these errors are alarming. You can read a text or essays, and the percentage for, let's say, run-on sentences, as we mentioned, or I mentioned earlier, issues of few sentences and comma splices, sometimes the percentage is high. Percentage is high. And it's alarming. All right, do you have any questions to ask? Do you have any question to ask?
Yes,
Who is speaking? Go ahead.
Gabriel.
Go ahead.
So with the ellipsis, can you use it in a passage, like when you are writing a passage? Or let's say in examination? Is it advisable to use that?
To use ellipsis. It's part of the punctuation that we use. And if you listen well, is it Jonathan who said that usually we find them in informal text than formal text? Yeah. But it is part. It is one of the punctuation marks. We use them. But per what he read, we use them, or we see them in informal discourse compared to formal.
Okay, thank you.
So usually, informal text, they are official and a business-like discourse. So you want to make yourself clear to the reader, and without the reader thinking of items that you have omitted, even though those items you have omitted, they still keep meaning, which means that they don't affect the meaning. You will still read and understand the sentence. But because of the context being formal, writers decide to limit, reduce it, unlike in the context of informal discourse. Thank you.
Okay.
Seven.
Madam.
Your hands is up. Yes.
Madam, please, my question is, in most cases, we've been using the ACT, which is the etc. So is it still advisable for us to be using that one, or we have to avoid that one and then use the ellipses?
Oh, etc. and others, isn't it? Use etc. when you want to use it, because it also tells us that you can have more, but you at this point you are not mentioning all of them, and you cannot mention everything. So you tell us that there are others that you decided to cut it short. So.
All right. So, madam, in case you write in a formal letter, is it advisable in case you write in a formal letter?
Is it advisable to use it? Some people will not use it. whatever examples that they have, if it's 3 or 4, they want to mention it and avoid the etc. But that is the meaning. That's, yes, there are more, but you decided to mention maybe 2 or 3. So that's fine.
All right. All right. Thank you.
All right. Any other question? So at this level, let me ask you, how do you explain this concept of punctuation marks? How do you explain it? Upon all the reflection, we started reflecting on a text without these marks. How would they look like? Would they make meaning? How would readers feel? And then you provided your views on that. We're talking about these ones. And we said that there are more, but we need to limit ourselves and especially focus on those that frequently we find in our text. So at this level, what are these marks that writing conventions that we're talking about? Where are the rest? Why are they not talking? Are they not online? No, they are online, but they are doing other things. Gabriel, Raymond, where are you? Raymond. Raymond.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Go ahead. Yes, I asked a question. Go ahead.
Please, can you say the question again?
Why? Your mind is not with us. You see, your mind is not here. Your mind is not here. Now it is not here with us in the online classroom. I said that looking at the introduction where I asked you to reflect on a text without punctuation, how readers will feel, and the types that we have. So we have quite a number of them, but we can't talk about all of them. Hello? How do you explain?
Hello, madam.
Hello? Raymond, where are you? Alexander. Alexander. Yes. How do you explain this concept? Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
How do you explain the punctuation marks?
Hello, madam.
Raymond, you've missed it. Alexander, you've missed it. It seems you are not paying attention.
No,
Okay.
madam, your network wasn't well. I couldn't hear you.
Who is speaking? Alexander?
No, that's Raymond.
Raymond, I asked that, how do you explain this concept?
I couldn't hear you well, madam.
And now too, you can't hear me.
Now I can hear you, but that
Then
when you were
answer
talking,
it. Forget about it. Answer it. Go ahead. Don't waste time.
Madam, please switch off the punctuations.
I didn't ask you to pick one. How do you explain the general concept? I didn't ask you to pick one. How do you explain the general concept? How do you explain the general concept? Anyone ready? Dixon, go ahead.
Okay, so considering the significance of punctuations in a text, And having a test without these punctuation would create a very great discourse, because now knowing the uses and then the significance of this, it is important that it play a major role in conveying message to the listeners or readers of the text.
What is it at all? Hold on. What is it at all before its major role it plays or they play on text? What is it at all? That's what I mean. Or what are they at all?
I think they are mechanisms.
Don't think. Be sure. Don't be using think. Be sure, because you have the course outline. You should read and be sure of your answers. Think means you are not certain about what you are going to say.
Right.
And that gives signals that you don't read, you don't do anything. You just log in when it's time. And I'm scoring you. I've told you this long ago. And those who don't also talk, who don't contribute because they didn't read, it will affect you in the long term. Joseph, go ahead. Or you wanted to talk. Who was online? Raymond or who?
Madam, I think because you're talking.
Madam.
Yes, madam.
Who was speaking before I called Joseph?
Madam, Dixon was speaking.
Go ahead.
Okay. So punctuations are mechanisms that are very important in every writing in order to help the text to make a meaningful meaning to listeners and readers. Thank you.
Are you reading mine to the class?
No, I'm bringing out what I've got to know after the introduction of the punctuation mark.
Repeat it.
Okay, so I said punctuations are mechanisms and tools that play a very functional role in as much writing and reading in order to convey message to listeners and make meaningful meaning.
All right, Festus.
Okay. Madam, please, I'm here. I would say punctuation marks are standardized symbols used in writing for clarity, indicate pauses, and then convey messages. Thank you.
Thank you. Enoch, what do you say?
Okay, madam, please, from the definition and the types, I would say it's a root science of language, structuring text to provide clarity.
They bring what?
They structure a text to provide.
They structure a text.
Yes, sir. To provide clarity.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, if you know this or these about the concept, you make sure that you do that so that you make your text clear. All right? It's not by telling us. Make your text clear, ensuring that you have utilized them well. You understand me?
Yes, madam.
It's not saying it, and do a different thing altogether. Rebecca, what do you say? The other females, they are not contributing.
Yes, madam. So,
Okay.
punctuation itself.
Hold on. The others, don't stay quiet in your homes. It will affect you. It will affect you.
Yes, I'll come back.
Yes, madam. My hand was up.
Rebecca, go ahead.
Okay, so it helps structure writing, making it clearer and easy to write. That is, it helps you to know when to pause, stop, or when to pause.
So you see, if you write and you don't punctuate or you don't do it well, You make reading difficult.
Yes, please.
You slow the pace of the reading. You make readers sometimes confused because they don't understand you. All right. Okay. We are talking about correct applications of these marks because of their significance. And these scholars, Kwaji and Zhang, they group punctuation marks into two. Take note, external ones and then the internal ones. The external ones and the internal ones. External ones and then internal ones. You can pick it as an assignment. Look for those that they categorize as external punctuation marks and those that they categorize as internal punctuation marks. Go and look for. Don't forget it. Go and look for what these scholars categorize as external and then internal. All right? All right? Abraham.
Yes, madam.
Yes, Miss Budu,
Yes,
I'm
Yes,
here.
madam.
You discuss the slides, right?
Yes, please.
What did you find under the external and the internal? What did you find under the external and the internal punctuation?
All right, so we just did a general.
What did you find under external punctuation and internal punctuation? Go straight to the question and answer.
Yeah, so yeah, please, I'm here.
Did you look for it?
Yes, please.
What did you find? Tell us.
Yeah, so the internal, we have commas and then semicolons and colons. So they join, when it comes to the commas, they separate items and clauses or other phrases from.
What did you find for the external one? Are you now searching?
Yeah, for the external, it escaped me a bit, please.
It escaped you when? During your discussion?
No, not during the discussion, right now.
So what did you find when you discuss the content here? What did you find under the external?
So we have, for the external, we have question marks. And then and the punctuation marks as well.
You have question mark and a punctuation mark. What do you mean by that? Question mark and a punctuation mark. What do you mean by that?
Sorry.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, for the
Hold
external.
on. I'm with Abraham. When you discuss the contents in this slide, what did you find under the external? Abraham, are you now looking for the external things and the internal things? Or you look for it
I have the internal. We had the discussion, but then the external just escaped me a bit, please.
The whole group. You told me you had discussed everything, the whole group.
Yes, my colleagues are here. They are connected.
So what did you find? Who is a member of your group? I know why I'm asking this question or these questions. Who is a member of your group?
Yes, madam.
What did you find under the external?
So we discussed the last time, and now we have full stop that ends statements, and then question marks. That
And
also end questions.
And what else? And what else? I have a reason for probing, wanting to know more about this. Sometimes you read and you find new things or things that you don't understand and you skip. It doesn't occur to you to go look for it, understand it so that you internalize it. You tell me you have done all the discussions, blah, 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 and when you saw this, did you look for it? Or as a group, you skipped? Then what did you learn? You don't skip. You find new things, you pause, you look for it, you make sure you understand it so that it becomes part of you. And if you really understand it, anytime you are asked, you are able to tell your findings. Not a matter of rushing and we have done it, we have studied this. What did you find under this one? What did you find under this one? And you don't know or you don't remember, then how did you discuss the content? Did you just rush through? And that is what sometimes we do as students, we rush through. Yes, the lady, we are listening to you. The lady
Yes,
who
madam.
started and I asked, yes, go ahead.
Madam, please, I was coming to give some of the external punctuation marks.
Go ahead.
Yes, madam. Madam, please, for the external punctuation marks, we have full stop, question mark, exclamation mark.
What's the third one?
Exclamation mark, madam.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you find anything apart from these three under the external punctuation marks?
No,
madam. Hello, madam.
Yes.
We find a period. Period.
Period is the same as full stop.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Joseph, I see your hand up. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Joseph, I see your hand up. Festus.
Yes, madam.
Yes, what do you want to say?
Madam, it's about the punctuation, the
Go
concept.
ahead.
I wanted to ask something.
Go ahead.
Whether in the definition, can I also say that is the system of signs used in writing to control how sentences are read?
How sentences are what?
Read.
Are read.
Yeah, yes.
How sentences are read?
Yes, madam.
And you say it's a system of what?
System of signs.
Yes, the punctuation marks control how we read and it controls how we write. Yes, it controls how we read. For example, if you find an end mark of a question mark, the question mark controls how you read and how you should sound. How are you? You understand that? So per that punctuation mark, it controls you. And that's science there. It's a systematic. It's systematic. We bring this before the other, and it's science because about its usage, you need to take your time and observe. When it comes to science, what do we do in science? We observe, we experiment, we do all of that. For example, this passage without punctuation mark, I'm going to give it to you to work. You need to observe, you need to study closely, then you apply. So that science there in your definition takes us back to the things that take place in science.
Okay, madam.
And science, if it's science, it goes beyond the science that you may think that the physics, chemistry. Language is also science. It's scientific because those things, for example, observation that we do at the labs, we do same in language lab. We experiment, we write our findings, whatever goes on, those processes that we go through at the science lab. Let me take your mind to the science lab, because that is where maybe you'll understand better your core science. And those who read elective science, physics, chemistry, you go to the lab, you observe things. You may put an animal under study, you observe what is happening to that animal, that object, that thing, for a period of 1 week. You write, you record, sometimes you measure. All these things are scientific processes that we go through. The same thing happens in language or communication. Even when we looked at our first topic, are you listening to me?
Yes, madam, I am here.
When we looked at our first topic on the concept of communication, we said that communication in itself is a systematic process. It's scientific because it goes through processes. And I remember I tell students that when they have the opportunity, don't let me cancel the class. Those giving us feedback, please. When you are contributing to the discussion, we ask that you take your time. Sometimes you speak slowly, but not very slowly, so that as you speak or present your answer, we follow you, we process, we connect to what you are saying, whether we agree with you, whether you are making sense, whether we understand you. Where we don't understand you, at the end of your question or your contribution, we also ask you questions based on what you presented for clarity and for the purpose of understanding and improving whatever we are learning. You see? So that science there is what I've explained. Yes, those symbols there, they help us to make our text improve, to make our text meaningful. And they are all scientific, because it goes through those processes as well.
All right. Thank you, madam.
You're going to study this passage closely. You cannot just look at it and begin to quickly. No, you need to take your time and observe it for some time. Read through first. It's stages, it's a process. Then communicate with yourself. What am I supposed to do here? Which appropriate punctuation will be needed here? You do that. All these stages make it scientific. All right. And a process too, and which is systematic. We don't rush it. So the relevance, you mentioned that already. It helps us to differentiate ideas. It clarifies meaning. Rebecca, you said it. The other lady said it. Yes, somebody mentioned about the tone. And it avoids misinterpretation, and it supports formal and academic writing. And it indicates sentence structure. Yes. If you punctuate well, you are able to distinguish one sentence from the other. So that is it. And so before we conclude, this is yours. If you saw this or you see this in the slides, as a communication skills student, it should communicate to you that you need to apply the punctuation marks on this paragraph that talks about communication. It's yours. So get yourself involved, engage, and do it individually, not in a group. But before you be able to do that, you need to go back to these punctuation marks and familiarize yourself with their features, their roles in text. When you are complete with that, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to do that. A moment, please. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to apply them well in the passage. So that's it. And what do I say? We've all known that punctuation marks are very important, especially in written text. And those symbols that you see, they have meaning. They carry meaning. They carry meaning. So if you don't add them to the text, automatically your text will not be meaningful. If they carry meaning and you need to apply them to make your text meaningful and you fail to do that, then your text will not be meaningful. And we discussed some of the punctuation marks, not all of them. The rest, you can go ahead and look for them. That's your role. And the emphasis is on using them well, carefully, so you avoid miscommunication. Yeah. Yes, you have to note that we did not discuss all the punctuation marks in class. Read on the rest. Once again, apply them meaningfully. Yeah, so that's it. You have the slides already. And these are few references we have. Are you okay with that?
Yes, madam.
Gabriel. Okay, all right. Is it Raphael or Rahel? How do you pronounce your name?
My name is
Pronounce
Raphael.
your name. Dakun, what's the other name?
Raphael, please.
Raphael. Okay, so that's it. Samuel. Samuel Afari. Samuel. You see? He has logged in, but,
hello, madam.
But he's not online. Samuel.
Hello, madam.
Tell me 2 things that you learned today.
Please come again.
Tell me 2 things that you learned today. Samuel.
Hello, madam. Please, I learned the comma separatists, separate sentences.
What did
Hello,
you
madam.
learn
Please,
today?
can you hear me? I learned that comma separate sentences.
Comma separate sentences.
Yes, please.
Comma separate sentences.
Yes, madam.
So if you have a sentence, you can bring a comma to separate the sentence. Is that what you mean?
Yes, please. I can give an example.
Give example, because I don't understand what you are telling us. Give an example. Hurry up. Give an example.
Okay, please. Example is we have she bought
Where are
bread.
you? Where are you?
Please, I went for a meeting.
So you are in a meeting.
Yes. Madam, please, the example is
Hold on.
she.
We receive feedback. You are in a meeting, and at the same time, you are in an online class. You guys,
Yes,
are you
please.
serious? So two things at a time. Is that what you are telling me? You are in a meeting, and at the same time, you are in class. Hey, that's okay.
For now, madam. Hello.
You've closed for where? For now, you've closed, but throughout the lesson, you have been in a meeting, and at the same time, you are in class. So sometimes we mention your name, we look at participants online, we call your name, and you are confused.
Madam, I'm listening. That's why I'm being able to give you the what I learned and then give it.
You are listening, and that's why you are being able to give me what you learned. But what you told me, are you making sense to us? My issue is, hold on. My issue is, how can you be in a meeting and at the same time doing two things at a time? You are in a meeting. So that meeting, if they call you to contribute, and at the same time, I also call you because I see you online to contribute, what do you do? What do you do at that time?
Madam,
what do you do at that time?
That's what. Madam, please, I just I just talk.
Don't try to
I can talk
yourself. Hey, don't try to defend yourself. It's not a good thing. You can do what? Won't you have a divided attention? This is what you do. When it's online, you think that you can sit anywhere, you can be anywhere, and just log in. You take it for granted. So you end the class, and still students will behave and produce content to you, and you'll be surprised whether they were in class or not. How can you do that? You are in a meeting, which means that if the leader in the meeting calls you to answer a question, and at the same time I also call you online to answer a question, how best will you be able to give answer? How are you going to address this? How are you going to address this? Won't you be divided? Won't your attention be divided? You think you can log in and do anything? All right, up to you guys. You take it for granted, and when you fail, you don't blame anybody. Thank you. Take the online class for granted. You can sit anywhere, you can do anything because I don't see you, and because you don't also turn on your videos. So you can do anything. Do anything. And make sure you understand and you pass at the end of the day. For me, it's even not only passing, but how well will you understand this thing to improve yourself? You complete the course and we won't see any change, any transformation. You'll still be same because of your attitude. Think I log in to come and play. If you are not ready, you better stay. Don't log into my class. We are here for business. Goodbye.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, we meet next week. Bye.
Madam, sorry. Madam, next week we are not meeting.
Okay, was it? It's
a Easter break.
Easter. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll talk
Madam,
about
Madam, please, a quick one. There's a question.
Which question is it?
Madam, please, can you get the
Stephen,
assignment?
Samuel, can you mute your mic, Samuel?
You are in a meeting, you are here, and you are here. And we'll feel and see what happens.
Madam, please, you mentioned about assignment before we started.
Yes. I've not given you any work on LMS.
No, please.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that and I'll alert you. Okay. Gabriel.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Logging, we take the online lessons for granted.
You know that.
Those who log in and start using their
Gabriel,
own
where?
you have seen them. You have seen them.
Gabriel, go and
Yeah.
cool madam. Go and cool your wife.
Hey.
But class, seriously, we have to be mindful of certain things, so Charlie.
Listen, you don't challenge, you don't talk. I mean,
Seriously.
you don't have to talk back.
Once you're saying that there's a feedback, you need to just mute yourself. And you
But
are
you
there
see,
challenging.
yes, he's
Yeah,
trying
come
to
on.
justify his actions as well. Madam,
Exactly.
she Vespa, you could
Your
see,
sister,
which is
this is
bad.
Gabriel,
Yes,
this one,
because
we are
yes,
begging the whole class just go and
he's
speak
trying to
on how they
justify
have
his
okay.
actions. You
class
see,
reps,
this is
class
also
reps,
creating an impression.
Impression, yeah, that we are not
This is
serious.
that we are not
You know,
serious. It's
you
really
yes.
know
creating an impression.
one thing about
Charlie,
this thing, if one person commits, they will see the whole class.
that is it, because
They will
that's what I'm
not
saying. It's
figure the
creating an
person out. So
impression.
they will see the
Yes, it's
whole class.
really
So we beg, Gabby,
Charlie.
go and talk to your wife, and we beg.
Class reps,
Then
I
you
beg.
just
Class
tell
reps,
them
Joseph,
something.
class reps, we beg you, go and talk to
Beyond that,
and
too,
Yeah, go
it
and
goes
cool her
beyond
because this is
going
not
to
even
bed.
the time you have to close. This is not even the time you have to close. We even have 1 hour, another
yes,
hour
but
to
Please,
finish.
yes,
please.
but we have
Please,
we
I
have
think they
talked.
are still recording. No, they are still recording, so you should be very mindful.
So we
Yeah, I
are just
think we should
begging
No,
you,
leave.
we are
the
not
class
saying
reps.
anything bad. We just
Don't worry,
want
we'll
to
sort it out. We'll sort it
find
out. Don't
ways
worry.
to
Case
sort.
we beg you.
Okay, let's go home. Let's go back to our platform and
Go
talk
and
there.
sit down.
Go and sit down. Go and sit down.
Charlie, you pass this time.
Kena, kena.
Keda.